Sometimes I wonder why I keep putting myself through this. Nah, it's not that bad. It's my 7th half marathon, and it's actually been pretty cool to learn all that my body is capable of over the years. However, my body is also changing now in my 30s, and these runs aren't as easy as they used to be.
I see it. I see it. Woo!
If you're new here, hello, my name's Chelsea. I'm 33 years old, about to run the New Jersey Half Marathon after a chaotic training block. So let's see how this goes.
Excuse me. Excuse me?
Hello, I'm running the New Jersey Half Marathon in T-minus 2 days. Guess where I'm headed? To my last workout. My very last workout. So excited. And it's an arm workout. I don't want to stress out my legs or nothing 2 days before the race. What you have behind me is one of my cats trying to drink water out of the kitchen faucet, but that's beside the point. Can you see the food on this counter? It's full of, carbs. We have pretzels, got a bag of basmati rice, pasta sauce, got these Go Squeeze applesauce packs. These have a surprising amount of carbs in them. Per packet, 16 grams of carbs. Who knew? Apples, potatoes, gluten-free pasta, Cheerios. We're carb loading. And I was gonna go to New Jersey today to pick up my running bib, but I decided against it. We're gonna go tomorrow on Saturday. I'm a little bit nervous about this one because I'm not feeling 100% ready like I normally am when I approach the start line. It was a shorter training block already, and then I was sick for 10 days in the beginning of it and then had a lower back injury 2 weeks ago, so orange juice also has a surprising amount of carbs. I wasn't able to complete as much of it as I wanted to. Because of this, I feel a little checked out about it, honestly, since in my gut, I know I'm not going to have my best half in 2 days. It made me really contemplate what about this brings me joy if I know I'm not going to be able to perform my best. If you have ever tapered for any long race, you know what it's like to just get in your head about everything in this time. Sorry, I know it's a total mess in here. It's a disaster. I got home from the gym. Very, very simple workout. It was 20 minutes long. I'm not going crazy. I don't want to spend too much of my energy. I just want to get the blood flowing. And now I'm cooking. Well, define cooking. It's in the microwave. So gross. Wow. It's so gross outside right now. The rain is coming down. I'm glad I waited to go to New Jersey until tomorrow. Basically, last night I batch made a bunch of rice, which I hear you're not supposed to do because it can harbor bacteria or whatever. I don't know. I feel like TikTok has made me learn things I just didn't need to know. Then there's ground lean chicken in here. So it's like a 50-50 split between carbs and protein, and then there's curry powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna add some hoisin sauce. I don't know, I just feel like it needs a sauce. So basically, with my carb loading plan, I've never ever counted carbs for any reason ever, but I've been doing some research, and a good way to know how many carbs to intake in the couple days leading up to your race is to take your weight in kilos and then add a 0 on the end of it to get the amount of grams that you should consume in that day. I don't know. I'm not a professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dietitian, nutrition. Bro, we should know this by now. But I'm just going to see if it works because usually I tend to not eat enough leading up to the race. But I need to keep drinking water. I have 5 different water cups around my apartment right now. Oh. Not a bad choice of sauce. Starting with my 1 liter of water with an electrolyte bev in here. I'm gonna have 2 of these today. Looks good. So the commute here is kind of crazy. I'll tell you about it later. I really need to find a toilet. But now we're in the Newport Mall. The expo should be somewhere around here. I'm just sort of following people.
Excited to run tomorrow?
Yep, let's go.
Oh, sound enthusiastic. Can I get a little small, please?
I'm getting excited. This is the first step.
It's gonna actually be up in the morning after waking up and then crack it on, you know.
Exactly.
That'll be a fun commute in the morning.
Oh, amen. But I'm excited. Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
I didn't know this mall was here. It's really cute. I kind of want to come back one day. But I'm gonna go the heck home. Let's go chat. Made peppermint tea because, oh, it's very steamy. To help me digest that gigantic bowl of pasta I just ate. I feel so like just full of carbs. I think I'm ready to go. I've wanted to go over before I go to bed all of my favorite like running gear, what's worked, what hasn't worked. I have so much stuff here. Oh, first, let me tell you about the way into Jersey. I was sitting waiting on the bench in the train station, waiting for the train to come. You know how I had this thing full of electrolytes? Well, I'm cold, so I had my scarf and I had a long black coat on. I popped this open and it's like a freaking water fountain. I feel like it went on for like 2 or 3 seconds. It doesn't seem like that long, but in the moment, that's like a really long time not to react to something like that. And I'm just sitting there like, I've never used electrolytes in here, but I didn't realize that they would cause that reaction. Maybe I should have, but it's never happened to me in my other water bottles, but it's probably because this one has a straw. Anyways, I was completely my face was dripping and I was looking around like, did anybody see that? Thank God I had the scarf because I used that to clean it up and then I just like rewrapped it around me. And moving on. So that was eventful, but we made it back. Anyways, so the 2 training apps I used was Runna and Trainwell, not sponsored, although that would be cool. I hopped on the Runna train because I was influenced by like several of my favorite New York City runner influencers. So I used a 2-week free code from them. I genuinely really liked it. I especially liked that about a month ago, it gave me a notification that's like, hey, you're not quite meeting the pace for the time goal that you put. Would you consider like, you know, pushing it back a little bit so you can make your training a bit more enjoyable? I'm like, that was such a nice way to say you're slow. I felt like it was very user-friendly. It syncs with my running watch, which I'll talk about later. So I inputted that I wanted to run 3 days a week because I was saving 2 other days a week to strength train. So I had 1 long run, 1 easy run, and then 1 like tempo or interval run each week. And for the tempo and interval run, it was really detailed exactly what pace to go if you're on the treadmill, if you're outside, whatever. Very nice. I really, really liked it. In the last 3 weeks, I didn't really use it that much because I had, well, I don't think I talked about this. I had a back injury, so a lower back injury. So I just was kind of like making it up as I go in terms of training. It worked out, but yeah, I was kind of shuffling things around. The Trainwell app I freaking love. When I ever have mentioned my coach before, it's my coach Casey. If you're watching this, shout out to you. She's been holding my hand through like the ups and the downs, I'll say that. Yes, I have been sponsored by Trainwell in the past, but I stand by everything I said in my ads before. Like what I needed was someone to create strength training plan that actually had a demonstration in the app that was very user-friendly, honestly beginner-friendly, that could tell me everything I needed right up front when I got to the gym, like, oh, you need 5-pound weights, 10-pound weights, 15-pound weights. So I'm like, okay, I can gather everything. It just made it very easy because I'm the type of person, if things aren't accessible or if things aren't planned out, or if there's not a plan for it, if I walk in the gym and I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm not gonna have fun, and I might not even do it. Strength training has completely changed my running, and that's why I usually do 4 or 5 days of running per week in my trainings, as I've said before, but taking away a day and devoting it to like 1 day strength training, 1 day upper body, extra rest days was the best decision. Also, I've talked about, I think when I was starting training, how I was a little bit cautious of training in general because of my thyroid. I have hypothyroidism. So I was taking it very carefully, and low impact workouts are your friend. Like, I don't want my heart rate to get too high for too long of period. It's going to send my body into fight or flight. It's going to wreck my adrenals. My nervous system's going to go out of whack. So I was really, really mindful of that this time around, and I think I did very, very well. Honestly, in the last 3 weeks of training, I've removed all of the speed workouts because they were just making me way, way, way too tired. And then I felt like I couldn't like put any effort into my other workouts the rest of the week. So I pulled back on that, honestly. I either gave myself an extra rest day, or I took it out on an easy run, or I did some yoga, you know. I ended up working out, I think. The 10-mile run I did a couple weeks ago changed the game for me. That gave me all the confidence I need to show up tomorrow ready to go. Okay, so stuff. My water bottle. A lot of people don't use water bottles. I like to use them because they don't turn the fountains on in New York City. And like, they haven't even turned them on yet, I don't think. Maybe until like late April, early May. Anyways, this one has a little pocket. I ran with this for the New York Marathon and many half marathons, and I love it. Great. Oh, hi. Hello, my boy. This fanny pack, I adore this. Another Amazon purchase. It has like 2 pockets in the front, one side, boom. Having this to separate the empty gel packs is really, really helpful. And it feels really secure on my body as well. Hi, baby. And I love this. I'm using this tomorrow. Shout out to my friend Rachel. She gave this to me for free. It's a spy belt, which I've always wanted to try. It's just very thin. It stretches though, so you can put quite a bit of stuff. It fits my phone, it does, but I have to like put it down around my hips, otherwise it ends up moving around. I use this on my short distance runs where I don't have to bring so much stuff, so it's just my phone and my keys, really. I really love it. Thank you, Rachel. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Let's do the watch. I got the Coros Pace Pro. Shout out to Shervin Shares. He has so many videos testing all different types of running watches with actual data. He wears like 6 of them on his arms when he when he runs the actual races. It's kind of insane. But so he helped me pick this out. So shout out to you, Shervin. Appreciate it. I've had a Garmin, was it 44? I'll put it on the screen which one I've had before. Turns out I just like wasn't a fan. The pacing wasn't, the version I had, the pacing didn't update very often and it wasn't very accurate. It was a little bit too archaic. I needed something with a little extra. This is a great watch if you just want something for running. I don't wear this unless I'm on a run. I mean, the battery life is pretty awesome, and it displays my pace really well, which that has been a game changer. This training block is actually having a watch to tell me how fast I'm going instead of linking up to Strava and then only hearing every half a mile what pace you're at. It does have some like sleep features if you're interested in that, like HRV, counts your steps, tells you the weather. It can show you texts if you want. I don't have that. This Coros watch has been synced to my Runna app, and it should sync to my Strava, but I had never really cared to like figure out how to do that. But I'll be wearing this tomorrow and I love it. I had talked a little about chafing that I was experiencing down there, you know what I mean? It's very painful in the shower. I asked for recommendations, so I'll put those on the screen so you can see what people recommended. Turns out I just needed Vaseline. No problem at all. We love that. But thank you for the recommendations. That's very nice. And then I use my AirPods to run with. They've never led me astray. Battery life is good. Any run over a half marathon though, I'd probably use my corded ones. My favorite supplements. These are magnesium supplements and electrolytes. Noon, I have tried nearly every kind that they have. I ordered directly from their website in bulk. The one I have like sports hydration, strawberry lemonade's really good. Energy one, watermelon first. I love that when I don't want to take in a coffee before my run, but I also still want to hydrate with electrolytes. Just regular wild strawberry electrolytes. I love the smell of this one. I just want to... Oh, God, that's good. The more electrolytes I've been drinking, the better I have been feeling. I personally love it. Noon, sponsor me. I freaking love these. This one especially, I've taken these for a couple years. The rest ones, the blackberry vanilla, I'm not crazy about the flavor of it, but usually when I run, then when I'm trying to sleep at night, I feel restless legs. So these have completely helped me with that, if any of you guys are experiencing that. The rest ones, yeah, puts me right to sleep. I'm gonna take one tonight. So last year for my half, and like a few other races I've been doing, I have been feeling quite nauseous towards the end of the race. Sometimes it was the gels, the taste of it was just like not for me. This is just what I've been noticing with my body. So I got these salt stick chews, fast acting hydration to replenish whatever I sweat away, especially toward the end. I don't use them. It doesn't replace a gel for me, but yes, I know you love them too. But they taste really good. They don't upset my stomach. Yeah, watermelon salt stick is a win for me. And then the only gel I've found that doesn't make me want to gag is my Morton gels. The caffeinated one didn't sit super well with my stomach the first time I took it, but I ended up taking it again before running, and it worked really well. And then I stuck with the regular ones throughout the race. Tomorrow I'll be taking 15 minutes before, 3 miles in, every 3 miles. That's the haul. That's all the running stuff, I think. I'm going to finish my tea and then try to wind down for the night. I'm so excited, but also I'm very excited for this to be done. Let's go. Becky. I did not sleep very well. I don't think I ever reached a deep sleep, but I was definitely like in and out. I am not worried because I had good sleep the days before, and I've run a half marathon on less, and I've done perfectly fine. I'm just honestly grateful I made it to this day injury-free, feeling good, not sick, and the opportunity to celebrate what my body can do is a good freaking day. Let's go. So dark. For some reason I was thinking that the sun would be up by the time I wake up, but no, it's, what time is it? It's like not even 6 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, I know you can't see me very well. So I have about an hour before we start. I'm right next to my corral and there's toilets and everything, but I'm just kind of holding off until a little bit later so I don't have to make multiple trips to the toilet. And yeah, I did also forget to bring a banana. Again, I'm not sweating. We're gonna be fine. It's just a little chilly. It's not like bitter cold, but it's chilly enough where I'm like, oh dear God. It's gonna be a good day. I'm just gonna try and keep like walking around just to stay warm until then. But I can't believe we're here. Ah! Thankfully, I found an entrance to a mall that was heated where I could defrost and start to warm up my muscles a little bit. On colder runs, it takes me a minute to warm up, so I did some jogs back and forth on the sidewalk before this. At this point, I was definitely feeling the nerves, but I've learned you just can't afford to listen to any negative thoughts or limiting beliefs when you're about to go do one of these. You just have to keep your mind focused on what you can control in the moment and visualize yourself crossing the finish line. I feel that way too when you're at like mile 7 or 8 and you know you have so much longer to go and you want to stop, but you just cannot listen to those thoughts or you won't get through to the end. Long distance running has really thickened my skin and taught me how to believe in myself more. The bathroom lines are crazy long. There's not that many. We all start at 7. It's almost 6:50, and half the people are just waiting in line. So I'll start when I start. You know, I'm really like nervous. I'm actually a little hungry, so I'm gonna take a gel like now, and then just go. I feel like not too excited for this. I don't know why. Maybe when I get out there I'll be more excited, but I know all of you are just cheering for me and the only one that has expectations is me. So I'm just gonna try and have fun. I'm right by the 2-hour, 20-minute pacer. I think that's good. I think that's reasonable. I'll try and keep up. Okay, now I'm excited. Now I'm gonna, let's go, let's go.
Eli, good to see you, bro.
That's the start line. Let's go. One mile-ish. Feeling okay, just 12 more to go and I can do that. That's it. I've reached a good pace to keep the whole time. That's my goal. Feeling good?
Oh, the switchback, right. This is just mean.
Mile 3. Okay. That was the warm-up. We have 10 miles to go. I can do that. That's the real run.
I watched her videos to train for this.
Woo, she's amazing.
You're doing great.
You too. Go crush it. Shout out to you, Caroline. That was awesome. I hope it went well for you. Mile 4. Still going strong. Five miles. Only 7 more to go. 8. I can do that.
Let's go, guys! Let's go!
Mile 6. Mile 7. This ain't flat. It's not flat. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you guys. 8 miles. Ish. Getting a little tougher, but I'm tougher. I can do it. Whew, more than halfway. I had to reset. There's so many more hills on this thing than I thought there would be. Thank you.
Good job, brother.
I just need to catch my breath. Okay. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Okay, we're at 9 miles.
Okay, I needed that motivation.
A 5K to go. To quote one of my favorite running creators, I can do anything for 20 minutes. I got this. It's gonna take me more than 20 minutes, but you get what I mean. The skyline. "11. 12 miles. Last mile. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! I love you. Woo! I love you. Yes. I love you, Georgina. Just saw my friend Maggie. Ah! Let's do this. Ah! Are you ready? I see it. I see it. Woo! Yes. I watch.
Non-binary finisher. Shipper's non-binary finisher.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
There we go.
I got a donut and a bagel. I don't know whether I should shower or eat first. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I have fun, but oh my god, I'm so happy that's done. Thank God. Oh man, so much to unpack. Overall, really happy, really pleased with everything. I'm about to pass the F out. Look at this. It opens. Very cool. I was gonna go out for a beer, but bro, I can't even. I don't know how people have energy to do things after these things. It's an apple cider donut. Bro, it's so good. I'm so hungry. It tastes like heaven. Hello, everybody. It is the next day. The way I bed rotted for hours and hours and hours last night. I ordered a burger and fries and bread pudding and a Diet Coke, and I was just sitting and dissociating on TikTok, and oh, it was great. I just fully unplugged, and God, there's nothing better than just a guilt-free couch rot. I was just unplugged and it was amazing. Also, I've just been like nursing these insane blisters on my feet. Overall, I really am pleased with how it went. Like, I'm pleased with how well my training reflected the actual race, because it doesn't always end up like that. And I'm grateful I got to the start line uninjured. Like, it was meant to be. I knew that this race probably wasn't gonna be a PR for me. I kind of hoped when I signed up for it. Apparently it's like one of the flatter half and full marathon courses. A lot of people qualify for Boston. A lot of people qualify for the Boston Marathon with that race, which makes sense. But I'm so happy that I still trained on some hills, because that was like not the flat that I was expecting. There was a lot of hills in there. There was a lot of hills. You could see I was dying a little bit. A lot of sneaky ones. Like, I think around mile 6, there was one hill that was pretty short, but it was a pretty steep incline, and that really took me out. Yeah, my splits were pretty even, I think, between 10:30 and 11-minute miles. Honestly, that's faster than what I trained for. I felt the whole time that I was going past my edge a little bit, whereas in training I was holding back a little bit to make sure like I didn't overdo it. But on like the race day, I felt like I had enough steam to like see my edge and go past it a little bit. So I'm very proud of that. Even at the end of the race, I was just enjoying it. I was in pain, but I was enjoying it enough where I literally forgot to turn my watch off after I crossed the finish line. And so my Coros Pace Pro said that I did 2 hours, 23 minutes and 27 seconds, but my time was 2 hours, 22 minutes and 50 seconds. That was my official time. But I think when I reached points where I was hitting a wall, stopping to walk was the best choice for me. I truly like needed that to reset. Like, when my cadence is so short and I'm hunching over and I'm just like, okay, just stop. And sometimes when I do these like longer runs, stopping seems like, I don't know, like giving up, but it's truly a reset. Like, you just need to catch your breath so you can keep going. And there's nothing to be ashamed of for doing that. The first 6 miles was pretty smooth, I'll say. I took my first gel at mile 3, and then my second gel like right on time at mile 6. Mile 7.5 around there, I started to feel nauseous like I had in my other longer runs, where I was like, what is wrong with me? It's like, is this because of my gel? And I took a salt tab. Within 10 minutes or less, the nausea had completely gone away. I was so grateful for that. I'm like so happy that I found what was making me nauseous. It was just the lack of electrolytes, because while I was like very cold out there, I was sweating a lot more than I realized. Like, when I got home, everything was wet. I think what I can do better for my next longer run, is to take the salt tabs more often. There's definitely a recommended amount per like 20 to 30 minutes ish, depending on your body. Everyone's different. I will probably add those in a bit earlier so that way in my run, so that way I don't get to the point where I'm so nauseous that it's kind of like holding me back a bit. But like, what a relief that it was resolved so quickly so I could actually enjoy my run. Because for my last half marathon at the Brooklyn half, I was nauseous from like mile 8 or 9, and then it just stayed nauseous until the end. Like, where's the fun in that? Like, I'm surprised I signed up for another race after that one, because I was dying. I feel so proud of my time. 2 hours and 22 minutes is really, really great. But it is a little tough coming back to another half marathon with a time so much longer than my PR from last year. Last year, I don't know what was going on. I felt so fast. I was flying. I'll be honest, I was struggling a bit with joint pain in this training block. I'm gonna stop watching TikToks on the supplements I should take for this, and just talk to my endocrinologist. Just, I don't know, talk to somebody, some professional, because I'm being influenced to buy so many supplements. I'm like, I don't know. There's a lot of like stuff I need to get to the bottom of with my body that is like fixing the root cause, because I don't believe at 33 that like I've reached my peak running. Like, it feels kind of like it, honestly, but it's not. I am so glad that I did this half marathon, because it primed me really well for jumping into training for the marathon, if that is really what I'm gonna do. I think it's just gonna be kind of a last minute decision whether it's something I'm gonna try or not. I am qualified and I've signed up for it, and so I hope I can do it. That's the hope. But basically I start training for that in mid-June. So the point of the half was to kind of create the base for the endurance I need. The cats are crazy right now. Creating like the base of endurance that I need to even start that training, because when I went into my marathon training before, yes, I had done a half marathon earlier in the year too, which did really help, but I kind of stopped everything after that half marathon and lost a lot of the work that I had done, lost a lot of my muscle mass, lost a lot of my endurance. And so I felt like I was starting from nothing when I started marathon training, and that's not a place where you want to be. So like focusing on that strength training and getting back into yoga, maybe dabble in Pilates a little bit. The Jersey crowd was really lovely. Like there was definitely points where there was a lot of people out there, but there was a lot of it where there was just nobody, which is fine. There weren't a lot of water stations. I was really grateful that I was carrying my water bottle. Yes, I was holding so much stuff. I felt like a pack mule because I was carrying so much stuff, but like everything had a purpose, and I'm just very, very grateful that I brought that. So I used everything that I brought. There was a couple times where there was just families on the side of the road handing out water bottles and handing out water cups that weren't even a part of the staff or volunteers for the Jersey half. So very grateful for those people that were out there. You were doing the work. You were helping us so much. In terms of shoes, if you didn't notice, I was running in the Asics Nova Blast that I ran with my half marathon last year. If you've watched my vlogs before, I did buy the New Balance 1080s a few weeks ago. I wore them like 3 times. I put 20 miles on them, and they just ended up just feeling so heavy on my feet. It felt like I was running through mud. So I ultimately didn't end up using them. I don't know what to do because I've put so many miles on them. I don't think I can really return them to Fleet Feet. By the way, these shoes, the 1080s, were not a recommendation from the staff. It was me like being like, oh, those look cute. I've seen those on TikTok. Let me try those. Tried them on. They feel good. There's only so much you can really tell from being in the store. You kind of have to take them like out for a real spin. So it wasn't like a bad recommendation from the store at all. It was me being like, oh, I want to try that. Let me just try something different. And it ended up not working out, which is unfortunate, but I will be sticking to my Asics. I love that brand. They feel so light. I feel like I'm flying in them. There are different types of Asics that maybe I'll definitely look into for continued training, but I definitely do need something else. I forgot to mention the shoes when I spoke to you a couple days ago. So yeah, I wanted to touch on that. But yeah, it was amazing to see a couple of my friends out there, especially in the 12th mile when I was just dying, y'all. I was dying. I was fighting demons, if you couldn't tell. But overall, would I do Jersey again? I would, but man, that is an early start. Overall, it was a really good experience, and I got out of it exactly what I needed to get out of it, which is checking in with my body, see where I'm at, testing things out. So I feel really good about that, and I'm very proud of myself for showing up and pushing myself on race day and throughout training. It's been a interesting training block with all my injuries and like missing training because I was sick, and so I did the best that I could with the training that I did and could do, and so I feel very proud of that ultimately. If you're watching this and you also ran Jersey, leave a comment and say hey, and huge congratulations to you. Congratulations to everyone who was out there for the half marathon but also the full marathon, and yay! On to new adventures now. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. If you like this video, oh my god. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up before you go. The engagement really helps YouTube recognize my channel and push it out to other awesome people like you. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. And I'll see you in my next one. I love ya. Bye.